The moment the lamp found it, something changed. For 3 million years, this creature had been itself in a darkness that owed us nothing. Then a photon touched it, and we became the witnesses, and the witnessing itself that cannot be undone. In 2026, deep-sea research vessels returned with footage that should have made headlines. It didn't, because the creatures they found don't fit neatly into the boxes we've prepared for discovery. They exist, they evolved, they survived. And until the ROV's lamp found them at depths where the pressure would crush a human body into the size of a marble, they had never been seen. To understand what we are talking about, you need to feel the scale first. The deepest trench on Earth, the Challenger Deep in the Mariana Trench, sits 36,070 feet below the surface. That's deeper than Mount Everest is tall. The pressure at that depth is 100 times what you feel at sea level. It's the equivalent of having 50 jumbo jets stacked on top of your head, and that's not even where the newest discoveries lie. The creatures we are talking about exist in what researchers call the Hadal Zone, named after Hades, the Greek underworld. It's not a metaphor. It's a place so removed from our reality that it might as well be another planet. And in the darkness of that zone, something is moving that we've never properly seen before. The first signal came in March 2026 from a research expedition near the Kuril-Kamchatka Trench in the North Pacific. The trench is 449 feet deep, only slightly less vertical distance than the Mariana but far less explored. An ROV descended with its single light source, the only photon in that entire column of black water for miles. And at 29,000 feet, the lamp illuminated something that stopped the team cold. It was a jellyfish, but not the jellyfish you imagine when you picture the thing in an aquarium with the blue glow and the symmetrical tentacles. This one had no symmetry. Its body was translucent, not visible, but implied by the distortion of darkness around it. Its tentacles hung like a chandelier of broken light, each one bioluminescent in a shade of green that the creature produced itself, without any sun, without any source of energy except what it had hunted in the abyss. The researchers had a name for it within hours, but names are small things. What they'd actually found was a being that had evolved for millions of years in conditions so hostile that we can barely send machines there alive. But the jellyfish wasn't the only discovery. In April, a second expedition found something even less prepared for human eyes. In the trench systems west of New Zealand, the ROV found a squid. Its body was barely 3 inches long. Its eyes, enormous, taking up almost half its skull, were pointed upward in a permanent expression of waiting. Scientists classified it as a new species within days, but what they were really doing was naming something that had been naming itself in the dark for millions of years. This squid had never seen the sun, had never needed to. Its entire evolutionary purpose had been written in the absence of light. And then there was the amphipod, found in the Tonga Trench at 32,000 feet. Amphipods are small. This one couldn't have been more than 2 inches long, but it was built like a machine designed by an alien engineer. Its body was armored. Its legs had evolved to crush food in pressures that would liquefy normal bone. And here's what stops the breath: its size. At that depth with that much pressure, this creature was enormous, larger than anything like it that we've found before, which meant one thing: it had eaten larger things, which meant an entire food chain, an entire ecosystem existed down there in the dark. An ecosystem we didn't know about. An ecosystem that has been feeding itself, breeding itself, dying and replacing itself for millions of years without us. This is where the real shift happens. We thought we knew the abyss. We thought deep-sea life was sparse, a few bioluminescent fish, some giant squid, a lot of empty. But what these 2026 discoveries revealed was the opposite. The deep isn't empty, it's full, it's populated. It has hierarchies and predators and prey relationships as complex as any coral reef. We've been calling it an unexplored frontier. That language is clean, it doesn't carry weight. The real word is we've been ignorant. For our entire existence as a species, while we mapped the surface and named the continents, an entire civilization of life was thriving below in perfect darkness, and we didn't know. But here's what should actually disturb you. These discoveries aren't finished. In fact, they are just beginning. The technology that found these creatures, the ROVs, the pressure-rated cameras, the deep submergence vehicles, the technology is only now becoming common enough for repeated expeditions. Which means for the first time in human history, we're about to catalogue an entire world we didn't know was there. And we are doing it at the exact moment when deep-sea mining contracts are being signed, when companies are preparing to extract rare earth minerals from the ocean floor, when the darkness is about to have electric lights and excavation equipment and industrial sound for the first time in 3 million years. Think about the timeline. These creatures evolved in absolute silence, in perfect darkness, in pressure conditions that shaped every cell of their bodies into something utterly alien. And now in the span of a single year we found them, named them, and started making plans to mine the floor they live on. The jellyfish will see industrial lights within a decade. The squid will hear the sound of dredging equipment. The amphipod's entire food chain will be reorganized by human intention. We are in the threshold moment, the moment after we've seen but before we've understood what seeing commits us to. The question isn't what else is down there. The question is, what were we supposed to do now that we know? These creatures didn't ask to be discovered. They didn't evolve to be interesting to us. They evolved to survive in conditions that were perfect for them and utterly indifferent to everything else. They are the indifference, and we just pointed a lamp at it. The 2026 deep-sea discoveries aren't the end of a mystery. They're the beginning of an argument with ourselves about what we do with knowledge, about whether finding something means we have the right to change it, about the cost of being the only species with a lamp in the darkness. And that argument, unlike the creatures themselves, won't stay in the abyss. It's coming up. It's here now. And the light we pointed at those depths is about to come back and illuminate us, whether we're ready to see what it shows.